Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to progress further into the United Colonies quest. Our next mission is to proceed to your meeting subsection 7. In subsection 7. So the quest is the devils you know. Let's do it. So we're still up on the balcony of the mast building.
Evening, sir.
And we need to use the elevator, it seems. Yep. The lowest floor. Let's go. Okay, some kind of storage area. Probably don't want to loot anything in this
entire life,
place.
and I had no idea this place even existed. The UC certainly excels at keeping secrets.
But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
I'll be fine. You go on ahead.
Oh, so I'm going solo. Okay. What? Is this some kind of prison? Clearance required A level. Okay. Let's do a quick save. Some super duper secret area. Bunker of some sort.
Please, come down and approach the intercom.
What is this? Some kind of superhuman locked behind the glass prison. Okay, let's see. Interact.
President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
Nope. Your title says stranger, so no idea. Let's see. Nope, can't say I do. You look sort of familiar. Given the amount of security, I'd say you're someone pretty important. Or dangerous. Yep.
Perceptive. I like that. I'm Francois Sanon. But most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
So what do you do?
To warrant my execution. The official charges I faced after the war were twofold. The first was the destruction of civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne, a battle during which those civilian ships were actively attacking my fleet. The other was ordering the bombing of the Londinian spaceport to halt the spread of the Terramorph outbreak there. The city and its citizens were lost, but countless others likely saved. And for doing what was right, I was put on trial, and my life irrevocably changed.
The UC faked your death then?
One final act of rebellion by the leadership that lost the Colony War. The trial was authentic. I faced tribunal with dignity, but my execution, staged. A lethal injection that was anything but. The cabinet at the time, long gone now, wished to keep me on as an advisor. And considering the other option, I was in no place to refuse. So I elected to trade my freedom for my continued existence. But such is the life of a soldier.
Okay. Definitely one of the chattier ghosts I've met, except about what you actually want.
I want to help you, and my progeny Hadrian, prevent more attacks. Though I am curious, has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
Oh, so her name was Adrian. Completely forgot. She told me she's your clone, yes. Kind of stretch to call what you two had a family. Yours and Hadrian's relationship is your business, not mine. She told me.
Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
Can you tell me more about this cloning program?
It was an attempt by the United Colonies to solidify its own legacy, forging a new generation of great leaders. They were raised by adoptive families made up of scholars and tacticians, trained at the United Colonies' greatest scientific and military academies, displayed incredible promise. But by the time the Colony War came to a close, there was only Hadrian. But that's ancient history now. You have much more pressing matters at hand, with which I can help.
Not every day I get the chance to work with a man living in a fish tank. Keep talking.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
You track down war criminals? People like you? How does that work exactly?
Well, who better to find them? But many of them I knew personally, and I've always had a mind for details. Where someone was born, next of kin. You'd be shocked how often an otherwise brilliant criminal flees to the planet just next to the one where they were born, or where a family member resides. I simply use my own personal knowledge and the information our group collects for me to track them down and set things right.
Go on.
There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlays. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colonies' more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
Why have me do this? Why not hand this over to one of the members of this recovery team?
Captain, your files indicate a track record of unlikely successes. It is my genuine hope that, perhaps down the line, you might become a part of our team. And this might be something of a tryout.
How do I know you're not asking me to kill an innocent man?
Speak to Deputy McIntyre. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear that someone might be tying up this loose end at long last. Though I would ask you, do not make the mistake of confusing me for a simple cutthroat.
Okay, optional, speak to deputy. How about I arrest him and turn him over to the UC?
You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it.
I'm not killing anyone, but if he's actually as bad as you claim, I'll consider bringing him into justice.
If that's what you require to sleep at night, so be it. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria, Wolf System. There is a star station in the vicinity, the Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Mark should be able to help you find our man.
Okay. Isn't there
If
anything you
don't
can
believe
tell me?
Speak to the deputy. She'll confirm Orlaise is a man worth removing from this world.
What kind of name is Victus anyway?
It's a phrase, actually. In one of Earth's dead tongues. Woe to the defeated. I acquired it during my school years, after defeating an older cadet so badly that it led to his dismissal from the program. Since then, it's been hurled at me by critics who didn't like the methods by which I achieved victory. But I can't say I don't like it. Stood as a reminder, I wasn't a man to be trifled with.
What did you do to earn yourself an execution?
The official charges I faced after the war were twofold. The first was the destruction of civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne, a battle during which those civilian ships were actively attacking my fleet. The other was ordering the bombing of the Londinian spaceport to halt the spread of the Terramorph outbreak there. The city and its citizens were lost, but countless others likely saved. And for doing what was right, I was put on trial. And my life irrevocably changed.
Hadrian's your clone, right? Even through your different sexes. How that possible?
I was told the process was decidedly complex. While we come from the same clay, the kiln and the sculptor had much to say in who Hadrian became. For the better. We are, after all, so much more than our legacies. Genetic or otherwise.
Okay, I think I got everything. Don't need him to remind me. Let's see. So we have an optional quest. Speak to Deputy McIntyre. Okay, let's go and talk with her. Hello, Sarah.
I'm listening.
Let's get moving.
Excellent.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the cabinet chambers, interstellar affairs for the deputy. She's at her office, it seems. Let's do a quick save. Hello?
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
There's an executed war criminal in your basement. I don't see what the big deal is. Some old guy living in your basement. I could do that.
Exactly. Just another prisoner. Nothing you'd ever even think of bringing up in conversation. With anyone. Ever. We understand each other?
I wonder if I said something to Hadrian. Why hasn't Hadrian been told about this?
The Major doesn't have clearance for this sort of information, and she certainly doesn't need a distraction from her current, very important work. Which is why I need you to keep this to yourself.
The Priester Collective at least should be told about this. Okay, I'll keep it to myself for now.
Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing?
They give too much trust into my character. Just a random dude goes in, kills some monsters, and he now knows every secret of this organization. The prisoner asked me to deal with Dr. Orlaise. Figured you and I should discuss.
Dr. Reginald Orlaise? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlaise is completely out of the question, but bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return?
Wait, are you actually considering this?
Allowing you to kill someone on behalf of the prisoner? Absolutely not. But taking the chance to bring a known criminal to justice? Well, the old man's been right more than a few times in the past. So, what's being put on the table here?
location of Hadrian's old research team members.
Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting?
What the chances I'm being lured into a trap?
Trusting the man downstairs would be a mistake. But I don't think you need to be too concerned. This is far from the first name he's handed over, and all previous missions went off largely without a hitch. So while I'd certainly warrant caution, I think you can proceed.
I'm supposed to head to Den. Anything you can tell me about it?
The Den? It's a star station, orbiting Wolf, the second star station actually to bear that title. The first one was blown to smithereens by House Varun during the Serpent's Crusade. The place has always acted as a remote strategic hub, primarily for repairing and refueling UC military vessels. But because of its distance from the rest of the UC, things there have always been a little more lax. Patrols included. I can think of worse places in the galaxy for a criminal to hide out.
Okay, didn't have anything else to
And
discuss.
I'll bid you good day, Captain. And remind you of the importance of discretion.
Alright. Our next objective is to speak to Captain Marquez. And he is at the Den, I think. Okay guys, before progressing any further, I need to go to the shopping district, sell any excess items that I have, and then I'll look into the ship shop if there are any new upgrades I can buy. So we're back at the moon, and I have already upgraded my ship a little bit. So let me see. I upgraded my fuel tanks to the bigger capacity. I upgraded for a better grow drive, a little bit better shield, and let's see what else. I think everything else is the same. So that's that. No new weapons, no new reactor is available to us. So now we're going to speak to Captain Marquez. Let's go find him.
Time to leave this place behind.
Recalculating. And orbit stabilizing.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's see. Our destination. Let's look onto it. Oh, I don't have enough juice for the grav jump. Let me rearrange my power. Should be enough. 1 bar.
Oh, I never get tired of that.
The Den. Okay. Let's hail to it.
Welcome to the Den. If you have business, feel free to land. Den acknowledging incoming hail. Docking Bay 1 is free.
Alright.
Airlock integrity looks good.
And let's... Oh. I forgot to sleep. Haven't slept in a while. Need to get my boost back. Alright.
Well, I hope.
Oh, I think Sarah wanted to talk to me. Did you?
Ever since we talked
Yes.
about the Battle of Cassiopeia, I can't get what happened out of my mind.
I told you, it wasn't your fault.
I know, but that's not the point. This isn't about fault. This is about closure. Until I return to Cassiopeia, I'll never be able to put this to rest.
How will traveling to Cassiopeia put your concerns to rest?
The last time I saw my crew, their escape shuttle was headed for the planet's surface. I need to find the wreckage to ensure their memories are honored.
Okay, let me help you.
I would like that. Actually, I need that. One problem, though. Pinpointing the crew's shuttle wreckage is going to be like trying to find a grain of salt in a sandbox. I think we need to start by locating my old campsite on Cassiopeia 1.
What eventually happened to Dauntless?
Shortly after I evacuated, I saw the ship come apart. The UC listed it as lost, so I assume the Dauntless was completely destroyed.
All of the Dauntless escape shuttles were damaged, right?
The Dauntless took heavy fire to the docking section during the battle. We had 3 shuttles. One was destroyed, and the other 2 were damaged. There was no other way off the ship.
You never told me where you ended up after the battle.
What's there to tell? I survived. My crew didn't. Still, I'll never forget my finger hovering over that launch button. Would I launch safely, or explode into a fireball? It turned out that my shuttle had just enough power to allow an emergency landing on the planet's surface.
It's impressive that you soft landed after an emergency jettison that close to the exosphere.
I wouldn't call what I did a soft landing, but thank you all the same.
What do you know about Cassiopeia 1?
It has a breathable atmosphere, indigenous fauna, and maybe a few abandoned mining outposts. Otherwise, it's not populated.
What are you hoping to find at your old campsite?
My shuttle should have the telemetry tracking data for the other shuttle aboard. It should give us an idea where it went down. That's if scavengers haven't completely stripped my ship for parts.
Do you think putting this to rest will get you back on your feet?
Don't worry, it's not as though I'm coming apart at the seams. It's the conversations we've been having. They dredged up these old memories, and they're a burden.
I'll set course for Cassiopeia system.
Hold on. I don't know the exact location of my survival campsite. For that, we are going to have to head to Mast and see if we can get the information from my old friend, Admiral Logan.
Visiting Mast might stir up painful memories.
Unless you want to search every square kilometer of Cassiopeia 1, that's our only option. If we want the information, I'll just have to put my anger aside. I can do that, you know. Look, I hope this isn't asking too much. Last thing I want to do is drag you into some kind of personal crusade.
Crusades are my specialty.
Thanks. I really needed a laugh. Truth is, I'm scared. When I set foot on Cassiopeia, I don't know if I'll be able to handle what I find. If I begin to fall apart, I'm going to need someone who can keep my spirits up.
What are you expecting to find on that planet?
Besides bad memories, I don't know. I'm trying not to think about it. Not yet.
I'll have your back.
I know you will. You've always been there when I've needed your help. Why you continue to support me, I'll never understand.
It's because I love you, Sarah.
I don't know what to say. I've been so busy searching the stars for answers. I've overlooked what's been in front of me all this time. True love. Something I've seriously considered sharing with you for a long time. Just not ready. Not yet.
She needs more experience. What about Asia?
Traveling out here with you, I've discovered that friendships change by circumstance. I worked closely with Aja on long space voyages, so we became friendly. When she quit Constellation, the friendship ended. But I'm certain at this point, even if you and I were separated by a great distance, we'd never lose touch.
Okay. Well, that ends today.
Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. Hey, anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I know you have a lot to do. I really appreciate your offer to visit Cassiopeia. Hopefully, it'll bring me the closure that I've needed for far too long.
Okay. So we have a new side quest. Let's see. Where is it? In Memoriam. Oh, it's a miscellaneous quest. Okay. So we'll do this quest after we complete the whole faction quest mission for the United Colonies, I think. I think it's the best option. Do you have anything else to say?
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
I don't mind at all. Go ahead.
Okay. How long were you stranded on Cassiopeia?
Honestly, it felt like I was marooned on that planet for years. It wasn't until the UC rescue ship picked me up that I realized only 10 months had passed.
How did you manage to survive there?
The escape shuttle had some supplies, but those ran out after about a month. Fortunately, Cassiopeia is a lush planet with plenty of flora and fauna, so I was able to use my military training to survive.
What's the story with you and Admiral Logan?
Logan and I have rarely agreed on anything. In fact, I'm fairly certain he never saw the true value in the Navigator Corps in the first place. When word came down that my division was being mothballed, I stormed into his office and, well, let's just say we had words. We haven't spoken since.
Okay.
Let me know if you need anything else. Let's head for New Atlantis. It's important we get to Mast so I can talk to Admiral Logan.
I'll do it later. Don't worry. Okay, let's go to the den.
Captain David, greetings.
Let's see who we need to talk to.
Well, this station's seen better days. I wonder if the UC will ever fully restore it to its former glory.
I wonder. Okay. Rena Marquez, talk with me.
Looking to lodge a complaint? Then you want UC security, not the Vanguard.
Actually, I'm with the Vanguard, Supra et Ultra Captain.
Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the uniform. So, what can I do for you?
Reginald Orleis, I heard you might know him.
Orleis? Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell me about him?
He's a former UC scientist, wanted for war crimes.
Seriously? Out here? Surprised they didn't send out a general notice he's in town. Though, I guess there's less a chance he bolts if they keep it hush. But I expect we would have heard something... Wait... The Warlock! There's been rumor of a ship out there for years now. Doesn't respond to hails, never docks. More than a few amateur investigators have tried to find it. And at least 2 never came back. A theory is debris fields are plenty dangerous if you're not used to flying in them. But if you're suggesting it might not have been the fields that got them, well, I can give you the coordinates of the Warlock's last sighting. Can't think of a better spot your Orleis might be hiding.
Anything I should know about the den?
Things you should know? the den's not really that kind of place. This is a quiet assignment. Keep an eye out for pirates, make sure smuggling's kept to a minimum, occasional rescue job out in the debris fields. Otherwise, it's mostly long haulers and staying ready for the day the Collective wants another round, or House Varun comes back in force.
Anything else can you tell me about the Warlock?
I mean, I honestly thought it was just a story board haulers told to amuse each other. But if the pilot of the Warlock really has been dusting our people, well, hopefully you're about to make our skies a whole lot safer.
What's so dangerous about that part of Etheria's orbit?
Well, the original Den Star Station was destroyed decades ago during the Serpent's Crusade by marauding House Varun zealots. Big part of the remains from those battles ended up gathering around Etheria, forming a nasty debris field. Every now and then, some headstrong scrapper comes limping back because they hit an 80-year-old mine. Or sometimes they don't come back at all. Though, maybe it's not just the field that's been picking them off.
Okay, so I'll take those coordinates.
Sure thing. Here, this should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
Ship EM weapons damage systems at random, possibly stunning enemy engines for boarding. Okay.
Ah, our war.
So
Take care.
we exhausted her conversation. So the game suggests that I need to get an EM weapon on my ship, it seems. Do I want to? Not really. I have upgraded my ship fully with the particle weapons. Let's do a quick save and board our ship.
All crew accounted for. We're ready to depart.
We need to lock on into the engines with my skill. That should work.
Ship's no longer docked. We're free.
Let's see. Okay, travel. Okay, so we got to this asteroid field. So it seems like it has mines all over it. So we need to stay away from them or shoot them, probably. We need to find this. Wait, what was his name? The Warlock. And I need to put more points into, more energy into engines. Way too slow. Okay, so I can destroy these asteroids with my weapons. Clear our path. 5,000 meters to the target.
Who is this you've brought me? More scrap for the field. Savor your last moments, Mott. All systems.
Okay, I need to lock on into his engines, I think. Lock on again. Shit. Again. Got him. Okay. Wait. Exit. I need to talk to him. Charge in. Before he dies, or I die. I didn't even look at my health of the ship.
Ship is now docked. Perfect.
Okay, let's board.
Didn't even smudge the paint.
Let's see who's inside.
Good day, Captain.
Which weapon do I want to use? Let's use the pistol.
I lost everything because of the UC. They will get no.
First of all, let's loot. Looter. What the sick dude? Stalking. Why am I... What? Is he killing us? I think he killed himself. Wait. No, open.
Error. File deletion cannot be completed. Ending process.
Okay, Reginald Orlace. So he killed himself. Ammunition, credits, Ian, Orlace lab code. UC Science Division ID, Orlace Reginald. Sure, I'll take it. Anything else? Return the evidence to Ray Victus. Wait, let's see. Personal computer logs. Deleted. Entry. Errors. Okay, so he deleted everything before killing himself. Ooh, more credits. Some relay nickel, I'll take it. Can I even take the ship? If I can, I probably sell it. Let me look around a little bit more. It's pretty small ship compared to mine.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am...
The ship has been rendered inoperable. You're not authorized to pilot the ship. What? Okay. Circuit board.
More than a bit
Okay, whatever.
warm here,
Let's
isn't
leave
it?
this place. Oh, there's another floor. Didn't even see. Digipick, I'll take it. Oh, let me open this lock. Okay. Chameleon refined navigator space helmet. I'll take it. We'll sell it, probably. Medpack. Genetic sample. Other medicine. Ooh, what's this? Loot. Ripshank, sedative. Technicians calibrated deep mining suit. Okay. Oh, another lock. Master. Let me try it. Got it. What do we have here? Credits. 700. 500. Empty ammunition. Oh, I already looted these. And another master save. Okay. Let me try. Okay, finally. This one took me a couple of times. Couple of tries. Munition, credits, unloading, calibrated ion, and medpack. Sure, I'll take it. The XP is at least worth it. I think we got everything from this dead ship. Shock troop, balance pack. Sure. Let's leave. Back to cockpit. Okay, from dock.
And we're away.
Let's see. So if I cannot take the ship, I might as well destroy it. Where is he? Oh. Yeah, I will probably get the experience for it. Yep, 181 experience. Okay, so our next objective is to return the evidence to Way Victus. So we need to get back to the New Atlantis. Let's go. Alpha Centauri.
Prepare to be scanned for contraband.
Let's pop into Outland while we're here, and see if Joe has anything useful to add to our arsenal.
The Outland? What? I'll do it later. So, let me get back to the Victus guy. Okay guys, we're back at the Mass District, the whatever was it called, subsection 7. Let's go talk with this prisoner.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Stay here, Sarah.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Let's see what news he has for us with this keycard that we have.
Welcome back, Captain. Do you have some news for me regarding Dr. Olays?
I tried to bring him in, but he took his own life.
I'm not surprised. The man fled every consequence he ever faced. Of course, you don't expect me to just take you at your word, do you?
Got your evidence right here. Now I'm done working with you.
Excellent. Please, deposit it in the transfer system.
Sure, whatever.
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for one. That one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the Freestar world of Nira, wandering the battlefield there. The area was ground zero for xeno-weapon deployments during the war, so I would arm yourself appropriately. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security protocols you'll need their help to overcome.
Why are you helping us with this?
I dedicated my life to the United Colonies. Every effort of my being to their protection. I even gave them my heirs. Even if my circumstances have changed, my purpose has not.
Security protocols. Wait, is this Kaiser guy a robot?
A military Model A, yes. Specifically customized for the needs of the Xeno warfare team during the Colony War. A powerful resource, if you can recover him.
This better be worth it.
You're saving the galaxy, Captain. What tool wouldn't you use to protect it?
Okay. Anything else?
Stop with you and the major.
Nope. Okay guys, I think it's a great place to pause the video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and in the next part we will continue to progress further into the United Colonies faction quest. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.